welcome to Little Learners. On this channel, I have a couple of videos about what you can do to help prepare your child for starting school. I'll link those in the description down below. But in this video, I want to talk to you about a few things that you do not need to do when your child is about to start school. Before we get started, don't forget to give this video a like if you do end up finding it helpful, and subscribe for more videos just like this. Number 1, teach your child to read. You do not, I repeat, you do not have to teach your child how to read before they start school. So many parents seem to think that they need to prepare their child for reading before they start school and teach them phonics, which is just learning the corresponding sound to a letter. So for example, A would be A, B would be B, and so on. This is what children will be learning when they get to reception. We do not expect them to have any understanding of letter sounds. And we certainly don't expect them to be able to read yet. So please don't feel that over the summer, before they start school, you have to start cramming in loads of reading lessons, because that's just not the case. We do not expect them to be able to do that. What we might look for is whether or not children can recognise their own name, but that's really it. So please do not feel you have to teach your child how to read before they start school. Number 2, squeeze in 100 play dates during the summer before your child starts school. Yes, it's really important for children to have interaction with other children, whether that's children in their own family, family friends, meeting other children at the park, but don't feel like you have to suddenly find lots of people to have play dates with so that your child is prepared for school. That's absolutely not the case. Some children have less interactions with other children when they start school than other children will. Being in a class usually of 30 children is quite daunting for any child, even if they're really used to playing with other children all the time. So it's a learning curve for all children. Yes, by all means, have your regular play dates and encourage your child to play with other children if they want to, but don't feel like you have to really cram in loads of play date sessions. It's not necessary. You just need to carry on with life as usual, and yes, a play date here or there, or exposing your child to being around more children, like at a soft play centre or something like that, can be beneficial too. Number 3, coach your child. You absolutely do not need to coach your child before they start school. And what I mean when I say this is you don't need to try and get them prepared for everything that's going to happen in a school day. It's not possible to do that, and it can actually end up really stressing them out and just giving them information overload. So what this might look like, even from parents whose intentions are really good, could be something like, okay, so when you get to school, you're going to have to line up in the playground, and this is how you line up, and you can't push in front of anyone else, okay? You've got to stay in your line, and then when your teacher says you can come in, then you can go in. You're probably going to have a peg to put your bag on or your coat on, so you've got to go and do that, and then make sure you listen to your teacher, because they'll probably want you to sit down. And this is what a register is. When they do the register, they call out your name. You have to wait for your name and say that you're here. And that is so much information, and I know that as a parent, you want the best for your child and you want them to know what to expect at school, which is fine, but giving them too much information is completely overwhelming. There's no way they can remember it all, and you just cannot prepare them for every eventuality at school. So if you want to give them an idea of what's going on, you can say, we'll probably line up in the playground, then you'll go into your class and your teacher will tell you what to do. You might want to tell them that there will be some playtimes and there will be lunchtime and then home time will come, but that's really it. The whole idea of coaching your child so that they are this perfect student when they arrive, it just doesn't work in practice. So please don't feel like you need to pressure your child to be a certain way when they get to school. They really just need to experience it themselves, for themselves, and create their own memories and opinions on everything that they're seeing for the first time. And number 4, panic. You do not need to panic. Yes, it's a very emotional time when your child starts school, and yes, there are things that you need to do. You probably need to buy uniform. You need to make sure that your child has everything that they need to have when they go into school. You might want to make sure you know your child's teacher's name, but you do not have to feel as though you need to teach your child loads of different things before they start because you're worried that they're not going to be at the right level when they start. Honestly, when children start reception, we don't expect them to know how to count, we don't expect them to know how to read, none of that. If they do, wonderful, but that is not the expectation at all. You don't need to panic, you don't need to feel like there are a million things that you need to do, because the most important thing is that your child is happy and feels really secure. If you want to know what you can do to help your child prepare for school and the skills that we do expect children to have by the time they start reception, then you can take a look at my other videos. I will link them in the description box below. My first one is 5 ways to prepare children for starting school, and my second one is 5 more ways to help your child when they're starting school. So take a look at those and keep in mind these tips about what you do not need to do. If your child is starting school soon, let me know in the comments below. How are you feeling about it? How are they feeling about it? And let me know if there are any other videos that you would find helpful to see on this channel. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, as it really helps out the channel and lets me know what videos to make in the future. And don't forget to subscribe to join the Little Learners family. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.